Dave here with Half Dozen Customs. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's jump right into it. So we got all these holes here. I've shown them in other videos. So that is a prior repair back in the day. Wait for my camera to stop shaking everywhere. Back in the day before they had pin pulling setups, or pin pulling setups were not really common and they were probably really expensive at that time. What you would do is you would drill holes in the dent, and then your slide hammer that you use now, the slide hammer had a screw on the end of it, and you would screw it into that hole, and then you would pull your dent using that hole. And this is the result of it. They should have been welded up, gone down, it should have been treated front and back, and it would have been okay. So that's where we're gonna pick up from. We are going to, like I said, there's filler in all these holes. We're gonna sandblast everything, get everything cleaned up, hopefully. And then we're gonna go through and we're gonna weld up all these holes. And then we will go through and we will pin pull everything more, because it's, you know, they pulled it out some and then filled the rest. So we'll try and get it a little closer, and we may or may not be able to. You know, some of these spots are really rusty. Now we'll get them clean, but those pins don't like to stick to pitted metal, so getting a lot of water through this line here, so I'm gonna drain the line, drain the filter, drain the tank. We'll be right back. Okay, so I got a little bit bigger bit than these holes. We're gonna drill them open a little bit. I don't think we're gonna replace all of it, but this area right here, the metal is really thin. Like, I can just move it by pushing my finger on it. So I think we're gonna end up replacing these 4 holes. Wish I had a tipping die to put this curve in a piece of metal. Unfortunately, I do not. There's a couple of these that are puckered out from them pulling. I'm gonna bring the welder over here and we'll start welding them up. This one I think we'll have no problem welding This one we're gonna have to be careful with because there's a bunch of pitting around there, so we know the metal's thinner. I think all these up here will be okay. There's one up here in the top that was really thin when I drilled it out. I think I'm going to grab a step bit, and we're gonna step that up a little bit bigger there, and see if we can get to some thicker metal. Let's hope that that's enough. And like I said, I think we'll weld up all these holes first, and then we'll cut this out and replace this. Okay, I do have this welder turned down a little bit, because you've seen how weldy or how rusty these areas were that we were welding up. So even with it turned down, we're still, you know, burning holes in it. That just shows you how thin the metal is. Now I could ease up on it a little bit, so I'm not, you know, trying to burn holes in it, but I also want the welds to stick. Alright, now I think we'll cut this guy out, and then we'll figure out how to we need to put a curved bend in it. What we may do is it's around here somewhere. What we may do, you know, I have a bigger one. And we'll take the bigger dolly, and we'll go put it in the vise, and then we'll slightly, you know, hammer and get that curve in there. So yeah, let's go figure that out real quick. We can make the piece and cut it out. All right, let's go see. I think with a little adjusting that would work. Obviously our edges over here are too far down, but I think we can maybe make some adjustments here. Let's see. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so now, okay, so this is looking much better. We have our line that's meeting up pretty well here. But if you look at our piece of metal, it's kind of, and we need this kind of curved, needs to be curved instead of standing straight up. It needs to be curved in to match with this. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna run that through the English wheel. Sorry, the shop is a little messy at the moment. We are in the middle of painting this Jeep, so we kind of have stuff all over the place getting painted. So alright, so you can see we took that out of it. You know, we had that, and I told you that it didn't quite line up with what we had going on here. So, trim some of this off. We don't need it all. I gotta clean this corner up. It is a mess. Ooh. That snagged you guys on a hole in my pocket there. So I was walking by you. Oh no, you guys weren't even on. Well, poo. Hey, well, I don't know what you guys got, what you guys didn't. Well, that's a bummer. I didn't make much of a video, and then you guys weren't even watching. We got all the holes welded up, ground down. Those are all gone. We got all this welded up, ground down, that's all gone. We did make a piece for this, cut it out, welded it in. Yeah, and now we're gonna call it a night here on this. If you look behind, I've been working on that project back there. I'm gonna go jump on that for a little bit. So yeah. I'm glad that we got some work done. We didn't get everything done. Like I said before, we got that new welder video coming up, and I want to test that new welder out on actual day-to-day work that I do out here. I don't just want to test it out on, you know, a couple scrap pieces on the table. You know, I'd like to see how it does in actual work. So if we get all this welded up, then I got nothing to test out that welder on, unless I test it on that thing back there, which we have videos for that haven't been released yet. We're not ready to release those. Well, I wouldn't say we're not ready. We already release a lot during the week, and we just don't have time to add another one to the list. So when the time comes, that one will be released, but we're gonna save what's left on this Fender for that welder. Keep an eye out for those videos coming up soon. I'm excited about that welder. It does TIG welding, it does aluminum welding. We have some stuff to get, like we need, you know, bottles and hoses and gauges and foot pedals and the trigger and stuff like that, or the TIG handle, the TIG torch, whatever they call it. I don't know how to TIG. This is a learning experience for me, but I'm very excited to get it and to learn. But we have the welder, the stuff that we need to do all the TIGging and welding aluminum. This stuff's not cheap, so you know, as time goes on, I'm gonna order pieces here and there for it as I can, and hopefully one day we'll be TIGging and welding aluminum and stuff. So many cool things I'd like to do that we're unable to do in this shop because we don't have the tools for it, and this is a step in the right direction. So like I said, keep an eye out for that video. It'll probably be in project videos, but we'll see. Over the next few weeks it should be out. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna go work on that one for a little bit. I'm out. Have a good night. Remember, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. See you guys later.